Yo, what is up, Raider Nation? It's your Samoan Raider back at it again with yet another video. And today we're going to be reacting to Derek Carr's top 5 career plays. He dropped the video, I think, yesterday. So I thought it'd be a cool video to react to because, you know, I basically started this channel when he became a Raider, when he got into the league. So I'm pretty sure I know most of these plays, but I just wanted to give you guys my reaction to it. And also you guys can react to it as well. So with that said, if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and that notification icon button. All right.
These are my top 5 favorite moments. I can't begin to even name just 5 moments. I have 100, and Austin and Brandon were so mad at me that I just wouldn't pick 5. All right, so I'm just going to give you 5.
It's true though.
20 that I want to go.
He's got a lot of highlights, especially
number 5
in the Raiders uniform.
I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers game at home, 2018, in the Oakland Coliseum. Black Hole was rocking. It was unbelievable. And I'll never forget, we ran Topeka. And I told Seth Roberts, there was a TV timeout or something. I told him, I was like, if we get this play, I know it's a deep cross, but if we get too high, Seth, I want you to take the middle. Seth didn't care. He knew all week he was supposed to run deep cross, but anytime the quarterback says something, he's like, yeah, no problem. And so late in games, for whatever reason, I always found Seth Roberts, they played too high. They had a safety running down the middle with him, and Seth took Topeka right down the middle. We hit it. So we just hit Seth Roberts down the middle. It's one of my favorite throws of my life. All right?
Okay. Seth Roberts was a dog, though.
Like 55 yards away one time and drilled it. This was one of my favorite throws, okay? It was unbelievable. I knew Gruden was going to be pissed. It was hilarious, and we ended up calling gash. I hit Derek Carrier with about 20 seconds
I was going to say,
to go up 24-21.
Derek Carrier touchdown right at the goal line. I remember that.
And we just won. Gruden hugs me, all these kind of things. He said, did you tell Seth to go down the middle? I said, yes. He's like, I love it. And what's beautiful about that is that he told me all week, don't let him do it. Don't tell him to do that, because I asked. He's like, don't do it. And then I told him to do it in the middle of the game. Ended up working out. Never forget, man, our O-line was banged up. Feliciano's on one leg. He tore everything. It was his last play. Gabe Jackson's elbow snapped, but they're still in the game protecting me. And I'll never forget that. That's why it's one of my favorite moments. Because then we end up throwing the game-winning touchdown to Carrier. He trots in with about 20 seconds left, and we end up winning that game. But just the grit and determination, guys laying it on the line for each other in the most stressful moment. This one's one of my favorites.
I still remember this too, man. Hey, okay. Hey, like I said, man, Seth was that guy, man. Whenever you needed a touchdown or you needed that clutch catch, he was there. Derek Carrier right here. I still remember that. Yes, sir. And the crazy thing about this, though, is, you know, the Raiders and the O.co, we always won against Ben Roethlisberger. He's never won at O.co, not that I recall of. Every time we play there, we always win. When we play over there at Heinz Field, then we lose. But we always have great games, and it always comes down to the wire. And this game in general definitely was one that I definitely remember. And it was one of those moments where, you know, Derek Carr was clutch like always. Seth Roberts was always that guy to go to when we needed a clutch catch, and he came through. And I still remember Derek Carr's Derek Carrier, man. I almost thought that they were going to come back and just win somehow, some way, but we did a good job. Oh, yeah, I still remember this play. Oh, he almost got it. That's the crazy thing about it. He almost got this. Juju almost got it, and I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no freaking way. And this is why you can never, like, relax during, like, Raider games, because stuff like this can always happen to us. And I think that he missed this one. Boswell missed it. Oh, it was blocked. Yeah. Game over, baby. Yes, sir. Definitely a moment to definitely cherish, man.
Number 4 has to be when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers made us wear black jerseys, thinking that was going to slow us down. Crab and Coop went off. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. This is the game he won, I think, 500 yards.
Any chance I could get a one-on-one to one of those dudes, the ball was just getting chucked. And so they were making plays left and right. We had to come back on a 2-minute drill, hit Rivera, hit Coop, and Coop went up and mossed somebody. Crab caught a stop route. I still vividly remember that stop route he caught and got busy, cut back inside. But obviously,
Seth Roberts.
we hit a fullback. We hit a fullback down the sideline for like 70. I don't know if he scored. He's out on the one. It's been a lot of years. But I'll never forget that game in 2016 because it ended in overtime. They
Seth
brought
Roberts
pressure off the
touchdown.
right side. Great hide of the shell. They hit it great, and I just read it out. And I knew if he was coming anyway, I was going to be hot. Tackle did a great job, double bumping, stepped up, hit Seth Roberts. Seth broke 2 tackles, took it to the house. We won. Ended up throwing for a lot of yards that game.
500, over 500.
600 million.
Bruh, this play right here, bro, I went crazy when I watched this in real time, man. Seth Roberts, like I said, he was that guy to go to in clutch. And when you got guys like Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree on the outside, everybody forgets about Seth Roberts and what he was able to do for us. In this game in overtime, it was one of those nail biters, though, for sure. And this was that 2016 season where everything was just clicking. Everything was just clicking for the Raiders. And we were winning close games like this, and Derek Carr was making it happen. And these are the moments that I miss the most with Derek Carr. And, of course, we know a lot of things changed afterwards, but, man, everything just went right. And Seth Roberts is breaking. Look at that. I was like, and when he did that, when he threw the ball, I was hoping that he didn't throw it right before he crossed the plane, though, because I was like, oh, don't. We've seen Deshaun Jackson do that a couple of times, but look at the way we drew this play up. And the funny thing is, I remember after this, Latavius Murray, it was a funny little video of Latavius Murray and Derek Carr, and he was like, 500 plus yards? Damn. But, you know, Derek Carr always being humble, man.
Number 3, October 19th, 2017. I know you're surprised this isn't one, but for whatever reason, it only made it to 3. Was the Kansas City game.
Oh, Thursday night football?
We signed Navarro Bowman. Literally on
Bro,
Monday.
I remember this game,
man plays
man.
on Thursday and doesn't miss a snap. I think that's one of my favorite moments of that game. Besides all the bombs we were throwing, we threw a flea flicker, we threw a crosser to Coop, and then always at the end of the games, my dog Crab came up clutch. And we ran about 7 untimed downs. They had penalties. We had penalties.
It was raining that day, too.
The clock's at 0. Everybody's staring. Everybody's watching. We're in the Coliseum. We're in the Color Rush jerseys, which look sick. It was an amazing atmosphere. And I'll never forget looking over at our sideline, and we had a 200 sprint out, 200 Z pylon. It was Crab's play, 200, 200, 200. And we threw the fade on Peters. So we had already thrown the fade on Peters. And so they're like, hey, let's go Z pylon. And I'm like, guys, we just threw the fade on Peters. He knows we're going to throw another fade. He's going to jump this thing and take it back to the house. So I remember looking to the sideline. I said, 201, 201, let's go left. And so, man, again, chess game, right? Who knows if he would have jumped it. But that's where my mind was. We go 201. Crab runs a perfect route. I put the ball on him. He catches it, goes up. We hug each other. Who knows what kind of noises we were making, but we won the game. We ended up kicking an extra point, win it. That was number 3 in my book.
Oh,
one
my
of my favorite
goodness.
moments because our Coliseum was going nuts. The crowd was going nuts, and my whole family was there, and that's why it was special to me. Oh, I remember, too, on the last drive, it's a 4th down, and, man, they're playing too high. I said, look, Cookie, I need you. This is my
Jared
guy,
Cook.
Jared Cook.
I still
was
remember
like,
that.
Look, if it's too high, throw that dude, and I'm going to put it on you. Man, he threw him. I put it on him. We extend the drive. They go to a single high. I rip one down the sideline.
Hit another one to
Somehow
Cook.
He doesn't get in. I don't know. But he goes up, makes an outstanding play.
That was
Seth
back-to-back
is there, too.
plays, too.
Maybe not his landmark, but I always know at the end of the game.
Back-to-back
Seth's
plays
throwing the ball,
by Jared
things
Cook.
happen. And so
Crazy.
Jared goes up, makes the catch. Unbelievable, man. Just so many guys making plays, and all the credit always goes to the O-line, man. Way to get us there.
Khalil. Oh, man. Khalil Mack in the silver and black. Oh, my goodness. This play, this game, bro. Going to the left side. Find Crab. Bam, bro. Oh, my goodness. I was watching this from work, too. I was at work at this time watching it, and everybody was saying we were going to lose this game, but, man, we was all glued to the screen like that. And, again, Derek Carr being Derek Carr. at this point of his career. Clutch. Look at that. On his knees, too, man. Pause. Right on the money right there, man. Derek Carr being Derek Carr, finding Crabtree, man. That was a huge play. And the fact that we ran like 5,000 plays with 0 seconds on the clock. I could only imagine, honestly, I can only imagine the fans that were over there at O.co that got to feel that, because we haven't had a lot of moments like that over here in Las Vegas, but I know our team wasn't really that good around this time other than 2016, but at Oakland against an AFC West rival, and just to see that they were keeping that energy all throughout the game up until the last moment, and to see us win the game just like this, I think cherry on the top, dog. Cherry on top.
It's one of those moments where you know you have to get it done. I always loved the ending moments. I love the game winners. Zay Jones, game winners. Seth Roberts, Crab, hitting all these game winners all these different times. But for whatever reason, man, in those moments, you just lock in and there's no doubt you're going to win the football game. Like, we're sitting there and you're like, yeah, don't you always think that? Yeah, you're always confident.
Yeah.
No, we're winning this game. But you know that it's already done because you already did it.
And that's the thing about Derek Carr. At that time, man, he was one of the most clutch quarterbacks. And there was so many times where, when it came down to the wire, if we kept it close, I had no doubt in Derek Carr to come back some way, somehow. And then 2016, like I said before, man, this dude was just superhuman out there. Every single time, it was like, oh, he's going to get it done some way, somehow. He broke his pinky one time, still came back into the game, came back, and we won against the Panthers. Like you said, like all these game winners, it's just something that we expected out of Derek Carr, which is kind of crazy because as the years went on, it kind of faded away a little bit. But credit where credit is due.
And so, in those moments, man, I just think of Kobe. That was my guy.
Kobe.
Taking the last shot. Hey, I may miss this shot, but I'm going to take it with everything that I have. Number 2, in New Orleans.
Oh man. New Orleans, dog.
Now, I know that this is a funny one. I got Saints helmets and Raider helmets all around me. But just the memory of this one was unbelievable. We're playing against Hall of Fame Drew Brees.
Bro.
We're going against D.A., Sean Payton, all these guys. Brandon Cooks just caught a 109-yard touchdown on us. Like, this game was unbelievable. And I'll never forget running for a first down, doing a flip over somebody as Cam is chasing.
Prime Derek Carr, bro.
Doing the first down signal while one of my college teammates is standing right there, and I get shoved out of their sideline. Like, there were just so many good memories about that game. But obviously hitting Seth for the touchdown, and I remember Jack telling me, like, we're going for two.
Go for two.
I was like, get your 2-point play ready. Let's go. We're going to go score. And we went right down the field, we scored, and we called a zone play, and we got one-on-one, and Crab was my guy. I had a lot of those guys, but Crab on that moment was my guy. He had the fade. I gave him a chance. He made a great play back in the Superdome. It was awesome. I remember looking up, and obviously it's Drew, so you're like, man, if there's any time on this clock, we left too much of it. But we ended up winning that game. It's one of my favorite memories, the celebration that broke out in our locker room. Just Jack saying that we're going for 2 on the road like that. It's one of my favorite ones.
This definitely catapulted the 2016 season. This is what gave that momentum to this team. Look at that. Look at the way Derek Carr is running with not scared at all, dog. And I don't know what it was, but the referees were on our side that day, and I can't complain about it at all. Here we go. I think it's there we go. Jalen Richard, who broke out in that game in his very first game, and I think this is to Seth. Yep. Spin in there. Tie ball game. Oh, no, not tie ball game. We were down by. Oh. Yeah. There he goes. One of many clutch catches by Michael Crabtree.
To be, for sure, when I called a timeout against the Chargers at home. In Vegas, baby. It was awesome. I never forget that moment. We're going down. It's a 3rd down. And I remember I step up, and this wasn't even Colton's fault, but I stepped up real hard because I had to put a little extra juice on this one. I remember falling into Colton, getting hit in my chest. And I remember Zay Jones running a bench, catching it on the sideline, stepping up first down. And it was kind of at that moment that I knew we were going to win the game. Our players knew, but I think there were some people on the sideline that were okay with a tie. They were doing okay with that. And I was not okay with that. And so hitting that pass kind of fired me up, looking at them like, let's go win the game. And then Josh busts off a long run and gets us down there. Now, I'll never forget, I'm standing there, talking to Rich, and I'm like, let's go win this game. He's like, let's do it. So we run the play. Josh gets us farther down there. And I remember standing by my buddy Cleet. I love you, Cleet, standing there. It's a great moment for both of us. I still need a picture autographed by you of that one so I can put it in my nice new office. But never forget standing there, and I'm thinking like, dude, we're about to take the Raiders back to the playoffs. So I love that feeling. I love doing that. We're going back. I didn't get to play the first time. I snapped my ankle in half. There's so much pain, so much, determination, so many hours, so much blood, sweat, and tears to get back to that moment. I remember because we had Carlson, so I knew he's going to make it, and so I'm standing there, and I remember giving a little smirk, calling that timeout, and it made it sweeter because it was against a rival.
Exactly.
Out of the playoffs.
Exactly.
Home, make them sad. All of the above.
And I got to add to that because I remember that season. 2021 was a crazy, crazy season, but man, I still remember like it was yesterday. A lot of things were going on that season for us, and we lost to the Chargers earlier in the season, and we got to hear it from all the fans. And if there's any fan base that really gets under my skin other than the Niners, it's definitely the LA Chargers, and the fact that we were able to get their ass back at the end. And I didn't want to tie. I didn't want to tie at all. And the fact that we went out there and won. I was at this game, and it felt like a Super Bowl win for us, and kind of sad to say, but it felt like a Super Bowl win for us when we drove down, and it was a crazy game. It kept going back and forth the whole game, but when we called the timeout, Daniel Carlson kicks the field goal, we win. Great experience, man.
First of all, you trying to play Derwin James again? Right? Send him home. Don't let him play anymore. These guys are way too good. All right? And so we ended up sending them home, but for now.
So they ass packing those. Oh, man. To be at this game, Josh Jacobs basically sealed it with this run right here. Oh, my goodness. This team, man. Had Darren Waller. We had some dogs. Josh Jacobs. Look at Rich Bisaccia, dog. And here we go. Derek Carr chilling, looking at the clock. They thinking we gonna tie it up. Oh my goodness! Hit it! Hey, that timeout will always go down in history, dog. Las Vegas history, dog. One of the most savage moments ever. Funny enough, I had my reaction to this, and I'll probably play it after this, though, but, man, being there, and this is the field, I was right behind this goalpost, too. Game over. You hear that? I'm telling you, hear that? I was in that crowd that day, man. I was in that crowd that day. One of the best feelings ever, dog. One of the best feelings ever. One of the best moments ever. To be a part of this, to be there. Oh, my goodness, man. And Derek Carr, to be able to do that after a couple of years of, like, up and down, then I have to give him credit on that one. But Daniel Carlson, Josh Jacobs, this whole team came through for Rich Bisaccia when we lost John Gruden, Henry Ruggs. We lost a lot of people due to a lot of different things. But nonetheless, though, Raider Nation, at the end of the day, Derek Carr will always go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever don the silver and black, whatever you think of him. You know, at the end of his career with the Raiders, of course, I was already over it, you know, because I felt like we were never going to win with him. But the biggest mistake that I feel like the Raiders did make was moving on without finding the right replacement for Derek Carr. Yes, we went through a lot of different phases, and hopefully a lot of things can change now with Geno Smith and Pete Carroll here. But one thing's for sure, Derek Carr gave us a lot of memories, and I'm always going to thank him for that. And just to and just to know that I started this career when Derek Carr got drafted, that same draft, and to still be here and even know Derek Carr and some of his family, and just being around most of those games, man, definitely there's something in there though. But Raider Nation, if you guys enjoyed this reaction video and you guys want to see more reaction videos just like this, let me know down in the comments below, and also hit that like button. If we could get this the like goes to 500, I'll do another reaction video, and you guys can let me know what to react to next. Until the next video, this your boy some more Raider, and your boys, yeah.